Joining me now is my Sky News colleague and host, Peta Credlin. She's in Sydney for us tonight. Peter, it is becoming quite dire. We're seeing so many impacts of this particular coronavirus crisis, whether it's fiscal, whether it's tourism, whether it's health-related, of course, which is the major one. How do you think Scott Morrison is handling the crisis thus far?
Oh, I think the PM's doing an excellent job, to be honest. I know what it's like to deal with uncertainty in government. I was there when we had MH17. I was certainly in opposition when the government was grappling with the GFC, and the opposition then gave the government the benefit of the doubt, certainly with the first tranche of spending. But became very wary when they rushed out those stimulus packages. Remember, cheques to dead people, money for the pink bats and things like that, and then it withdrew that bipartisan support. I don't think you can fault the PM. I think he's very well supported by Greg Hunt. I said last night on my show, Greg Hunt, if you had to have a crisis like this in the health area, Greg Hunt is the minister you would want in charge, because he's ex-McKinsey, he's as smart as a whip, and he's known to be very diligent, and he's been in cabinet for some time. God help us if it had been some of the others that were in that position. So I think we're well supported. What it tells you, though, financial markets don't like uncertainty, and they're pricing in the risk of uncertainty. None of us like uncertainty either. You can't get toilet paper tonight in Sydney, I suspect in other places as well. It's flying off the shelf. Because even if you're not a panic buyer, and I'm not a panic buyer, but I've got people coming over on the weekend, I want to make sure I've got loo paper too, so it makes me want to go out and buy it, and then we all sort of snowball and react. That's the problem. I think the government's got to be very careful to put the right information out there, give people confidence it's got everything at hand, without unnecessarily causing people to be any less confident or panicked than they really need to be. And I think it's too early to tell how widespread this disease will be in Australia. I think it's clear from medical evidence, in fact, that young people are quite resilient. It's the older people who will cause us real problems if it was to take off.